Hello there everyone, it's King Sloth back again with a brand new video. In today's video I'm going to be giving you the reasons why you should join the British military in 2025. For those who don't know me, my name is King Sloth. I was in the British Army for just under 8 years before transferring across to the Royal Air Force, where I still currently serve, and these are my best things about being in the military. This is relevant to both the British Army and the Royal Air Force, and most likely the Royal Navy. I can't really give you much opinion on that because I've never been in it, and I don't actually know anyone in the Navy, so it's one of them. First thing is the whole healthcare and dental care and mental health teams that are within the military. This is an absolute massive thing because what I've seen for people on Civvy Street is they can't get an appointment at the doctors unless you're waiting up to a year, which I've struggled with myself with the Civvy side of being in the military, like waiting on specialist appointments still take ages. But if you're sick, you can literally ring up in the morning. Sometimes you can be in the same day with regards to like general medical, like you're feeling unwell or something's wrong or you've hurt yourself. You can be in the same day or potentially even the next day. That's how quick some things are. In the army, you had sick parade, and you'd go there in the morning, and you'd wait for a doctor, and they'll be there that day to give you any meds you need, any advice you need, signpost you where you need to go, or even get you a next referral booking done that day. Dental care for those in the civilian street, most people can't even get dentists currently. Like, it's that bad at the minute. Most people are going now private and they're paying a fortune. It's crazy. In the military, I can literally ring up today and I can have an appointment in 2-3 weeks time, which obviously is still not quickly, but for those who are waiting to Street, you have to book like a year in advance to get it, and it is absolutely crazy. Mental health team in the military, absolutely amazing. You got the DCMH, which are like the mental health group that work with different things. They have qualified therapists who will speak to you and get you sorted, work out what your actual root of the problem is, and also then build you back up again to where you're fully functioning soldier, airman, sailor, seaman, whatever you want to call it. Navy, it confuses me. Okay, so the medical side, amazing. Point number 2 is you want to get fit. The military is probably the best place for you. Like, there's no way about it. The army, we used to do mandated PT near enough every single day. And for those people who are like, oh, I don't have time to do PT, like phys, people in Civvy Street, they go, oh, I ain't got time to go to the gym. I've been at work for 10, 11 hours. I don't have time to go to the gym. I come back and I just eat loads of shit and then go to sleep. In the military, you have that part of the day. It's part of your job to stay fit. So in the army, when I was in, we did PT on a Monday, like standard PT on Tuesday, standard PT. Wednesday, we did sport. So literally there'd be a multitude of sports you could do. Like whoever was sports OIC, so like officer, running that sport day, you know, football, rugby, boxing, anything you could do, you'd do on a Wednesday. Thursday, once again, back to mandated PT. And the Friday, we had serious PT. Serious PT was pretty much a glorified beasting. Pretty much all the PTRs used to love it. They'd be screaming at you, shouting at you, and you'd be thrashed for a good like hour and a half, 2 hours. But once you were done, you felt amazing. You were done, and you felt fitter, and you kept the weight off. And best thing is, it takes out quite a chunk out of your day at work, which sounds really bad. But let's say if I used to work like 8 till 4, like 2 hours of that would be getting changed into PT, doing my PT, going back in change, and getting back into work. So you've knocked 2 hours off your day by doing PT. I kept the weight off, and it was absolutely amazing. RAF, it's different. You can get certain PT sessions you can book on though, rather than the army where it's mandated. In the RAF, you have a lot of book on systems where you can actually see circuits, be like, okay, I'll speak to Charlie Command, but I want to do this. Most of the time, they will say, yes, of course, mate, knock yourself out unless it's really busy and it's do it in your own time. But there is still a chance to do PT. Obviously, with the Navy, I don't know. Set number 3, sports. I mentioned about it in the PT side of things. Like, for myself, I did rugby back in 11 Sigs Blandford, and then did a little bit in 16 Sigs at Stafford. Absolutely amazing, loved it. You pretty much get time out of work to go and do rugby, a sport you enjoy. You do it after work, a couple of evenings a week. and then you obviously have your matches, and you get time off for matches. You also have rugby tours. Most of the time they do like to go to Cyprus, because obviously there's a military camp on Cyprus, so it's like a glorified, sounds bad, but a glorified party. You go there, you play rugby, you know, with everyone from all the other camps, all the other different regiments, corps, and you go there and you drink on the evening, you play rugby the next day, and it absolutely is amazing. Also, my time in 16 SIGs, I did boxing, so that in itself was like peak physical fitness for me. Like, I loved doing boxing, and I did a couple of, I think I did like 6-7 weeks of like pre-build up before boxing camp. So this was like 3 sessions a week in the evening, doing like basic boxing work, getting used to things. I was running every morning with the PTIs, doing 4 miles. And then when boxing camp started, you were not in normal work. You were literally there to do a boxing camp. And that was about 12 to 14 weeks we did. So I went from 120 kilos to 91 kilos. That shows how much you shred off. And the benefit of having them PTIs around you, you can literally speak to them, be like, I'm doing all this work, but I'm not losing weight quickly. They'll literally look at your diet, what you're eating, advise you, nutrition work. They'll go through everything. And that in itself is massive. So sport is massive. You can also do like your different sports that you've not heard of before. You can say, if you know a sport that you can't see anywhere around you, you can then speak to the PTIs and be like, I do this sport, I'm interested in running an event for it, a club for it. They'll go through all the system for all the officers, chain of command, get it approved, and then you could then take people that have never done that sport before, ever, and you can take them and lead them and teach them about it. And that is in itself amazing. Point number 4, adventure training. This happens so often. In the army, it used to come across as you'd have a website, but no one ever really used the website to book AT. It was always, you'd get a ping, like a little message, saying there's AT on these dates, who wants to volunteer for it? And they'd be like, yeah, Roger. You'd have like skiing in Austria, you'd have hill walking in Scotland, you'd have skydiving in the Caribbean, you'd have loads of weird things. And the best thing is, it's heavily subsidised. What you'd pay in Civvy Street, you'd pay a couple of grand for some stuff you get, whereas we'd pay, I think for skiing, I had to pay 500 quid, and that was including transport, hotel, food, ski hire, ski lift, everything, all included, and it was amazing. Really good experience. People who do diving courses down in Cyprus, it's all part of adventure training. All you gotta do is wait for the message to come out, or you can have a look on the website. In the RAF, you have like the My RAF app and the adventure training for the Resilience Centre, and you also then have all the AT loaded up, hundreds of different ATs. You have like anything from hill walking to scuba diving to archery in other countries, sailing. That's actually really big thing in the RAF, considering like the Navy about sailing. They have sailing events where you'd get on the boat, you'd go around the UK, you'd come back, and that'd be your AT. And that's amazing in itself. So, point 5, and I think this is probably the main point, you get to travel the world. That is probably the biggest point by being in the military. People go there because they want to see things that they won't see in any normal job. They want to see areas of the world that most people don't get to see. I know people that have been to Oman, Belize, Brazil, Germany, France, Italy, Spain. They went to all these different places. Obviously, you've got the Afghan, Iraq, and Kuwait, and all these different places. But you wouldn't normally go and see that, and you're getting paid. You're getting paid to go there, and you're with all your, it sounds bad, but you're with all your friends. Like, it's a bit like going on a lad's holiday, but you're working and getting paid extra money for being away. It's amazing the amount of people I've known. One of my friends, who was a Nepalese lad, he went to Belize, he came back, he was fit as fuck, lost loads of weight, he'd got all the muscle up because he'd been working out quite a lot while he was over there. He came back and he was like, oh, well, I spent no money while I've been away because I've been on ration packs for I think it was like 3 months, which is a bit a horrible time to be on ration packs. But he came back and he was like, I've got loads of money saved. So he took him, his wife and his kid away to Disney for like 3 weeks. And you wouldn't have done that before. A lot of people go away to save money, and it works massively. It works absolutely massively. You could have people go there as well. Say if you've accrued like oh, it sounds bad, but like debt over Christmas, and like a little debt comes up in January, you'd be like, okay, cool, no worries, I'll hop on that. Do a couple months, you paid it all off. It literally is just like that. But the final point I'm going to make of why you should join the military in 2025 is you'll never find friends like a military friend. They have a different sense of humour, different way of life, and everyone's there for each other. You see someone's down in civilian street, they walk past you. They're not arsed in the slightest. They're like, don't want to let someone else's downfall affect them. In the military, if someone feels down, you all like band together, and you find the way to upbuild their spirit and bring them back to being one of the lads, one of the girls, one of the group. I had that myself down in Stafford. I had quite a bit of a rough patch, and I was struggling quite a bit. And luckily, I had a good friend come up to me and was like, well, what do you want to do, mate? I was like, well, I'll do this, I want to do this. I was like, okay. That's when they got me on boxing camp, because I was like, I want to get, I felt bad about myself. I'd been off injured for quite a while. I then came back. I was like, I want to get fit again straight away. Okay, boxing camp's going up, yeah, let's do it. And he didn't even want to do the boxing with me, but he did, because he knew that would help me have someone with me that I knew to come with me and have someone to chat to constantly while doing training. It was amazing. But you don't get that in Civvy Street. So these are the reasons why you should join the military in 2025. It's been King Sloth. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.